Wow, this is so cool, right? In today's video, I wanted to show you many hacks that I've used over the years to go from somebody who's lazy to somebody who now gets invited to speak on stages all across the world because they want to find out how I managed to transform my life. If you know my story, a decade ago, I was addicted to a lot of drugs and I was actually involved with drug dealing. And I was hanging around with very negative people, and in regards to morning routines or morning rituals or waking up at 5 a.m. is non-existent. I was waking up sometimes noontime, sometimes like literally past that 1 p.m., 2 p.m. And I didn't really care about the life I was living in that sense. I just kind of just flowed with life. In today's video, I'm going to basically share with you 5 ways I was able to transform my morning habits. And in turn, that's allowed me to really set myself up to win. In a sense, if you look at the most successful people on this planet, they're all early risers. The reason being is you are starting ahead of everybody else. You've already, the moment you, for example, you wake up at 5 a.m., you do your morning routine, which is 6 a.m. Think about it. Most people don't even wake up till 8, meaning you've now really set the game in your favor and you've prepared yourself for the moment you're on the field. And that's why I want you to pay close attention, especially to the final point. And also I'm going to explain more about, gadgets like this that I use. So make sure to pay close attention. And without further ado, let's go on to the first point. The first point is you gotta get clear in regards to your why. And I know you're probably thinking, but Tim, I just want to know some cool stuff that you do, supplements you take. But the reality is this is surface layer stuff. Yes, these alarm clocks are really cool. Yes, they help a lot. But the reality is, I'm sure you've woken up before having watched loads of videos on waking up early, but then you still didn't do it. Why? It's because of your why. It's because you're not really clear in regards to why do you want to do that? And we're not talking surface layer here where you kind of ask yourself, why do I want this, right? We're talking, what is the core thing that's driving you on a day-to-day basis? What is that question your subconscious is asking you the moment you wake up? Because most people, they allow this little voice to get the better of them. They never control it. For example, your mind is always going to think negative, especially first thing in the morning if you don't want to wake up. And so what you're going to basically say in the subconscious is going to ask questions that's negatively oriented, such as, why do I feel so tired? Your subconscious is going to answer back. What is it going to say? You might as well go back to sleep, right? That's the reality for most people out there. Now, if you get clear in regards to what you truly value, what your why is, what you want your life to be about, how do you want to be remembered? When you tap into that deeper internal source, that's when everything begins to shift. When I began my journey, my transformation journey, I realized I want to be able to contribute back to my parents, my mum, especially because she was the one who literally created transformation in my life. In a sense, she woke me up. She woke me up to the fact that everything was going the wrong direction. And without her, I wouldn't be where I am. And she said, Tim, I've done everything for you when I was little. She said, Tim, I had to work day and night just to put on the food on the table for you. She said, however, Tim, when I get older, will you be there for me? And that's the moment I got clear in regards to my why. And so when I woke up in the morning, when I first tried this stuff out, I wasn't in questioning my decision. It was yes or yes, I'm getting up. And that's what I began to do. I'm naturally compelled, because there's a great saying goes that was said by my mentor. When your values are clear, your decisions become easy. So you've got to get clear in regards to what is it? Why do you want this? That is the first point. The second point is when, nice little gadgets like this comes in handy. And this comes after you get clear on your why. And this, by the way, is something that I've been trying out recently. And I would definitely recommend it for those of you who've been really struggling. This is one of those luxuries in life. You don't need it, but it's pretty cool. What it does is this alarm clock emits a light, and it's a sunrise simulation. And so, for example, if you set the alarm for 5 a.m., this will begin to light up around 4:30 and gradually gets brighter and brighter, just like this. And what this will do is, before your alarm clock goes off, normally you're already awake. And even if this alarm goes off, you're going to feel like it's not so much whoa, I need to get up and just quickly shut off the alarm clock, which could have some negative, let's say, attachments, anchoring from your subconscious, thinking, oh my God, I hate alarms. This is actually more of a, when the alarm actually goes off, this is more like birds chiming and beach noises. It's more of a calm, soothing, and you wake up natural. It's really, really cool. If you want to check this out, by the way, I'll chuck some links above as well as in the description box below. Feel free to check this one out. And also another thing that I do, because I basically travel across the world nowadays, being invited to different stages to speak in front of a lot of people, as well as being invited to meet the presidents and so forth. Listen, I'm at the stage where I have to quickly adjust to a new time zone. I've had it when, for example, I fly out to Malaysia for a speech and I've got 1 day to adjust, and that's jet lag, right? I have to adjust into a new routine straight away. What do I use normally is a supplement that's called melatonin. Now, one of the things I'll mention is consult with your doctor or somebody who's professional within this field, of course. Melatonin, however, has been really useful for me because it allows me to just quickly adjust to a new time zone. I take it, for example, when I land in Malaysia, I'll take it around 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. in the actual in their time zone. And then what melatonin is going to do is going to make you feel naturally sleepy, because melatonin is actually released in your brain naturally when it's bedtime. And so what I'm doing here is I'm telling my mind this is time to sleep, and I supplement this, and the very next day I normally don't take it because I'm already quickly adjusted, because naturally I'm going to wake up, if I go to bed at 10 p.m. I naturally wake up around 6, and so I'm going to wake up at 6, and then when I wake up at 6 during that day I'm going to feel tired around 9 or 10, meaning I've already adjusted to the new routine. So feel free to try that out because it's helped me a lot. So you got to make sure, the second point by the way is to make sure that you set yourself up to win by using these tools and all of this great gadgets. Okay, is that pretty cool? Awesome stuff. Also, I did want to mention this quick thing is in regards to no napping during the day. For me, if I am adjusting to a new time zone and I nap throughout the day, I am not going to feel tired by the time it gets to 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. that you should be going to sleep. So make sure that you don't nap, especially when you're going into a new routine. And I want to make sure, by the way, that you understand that you're aiming for 8 hours minimum. Okay, in fact 8 hours is a sweet spot. Don't try to go for 9 or 10, because sometimes if you sleep even more than that, studies have shown that's actually detrimental. But if you sleep less than 8 hours, that is actually detrimental as well. So 8 hours is the sweet spot. So make sure you aim for the 8 hours by going to sleep around 9 to 10. So that is the second point. Set yourself up to win. Let's go on to the third point. The third point is to create anchors and remove the old. What does that mean? The moment you wake up in the morning, what you have to realize is you know what your bedroom looks like. You know how it's decorated. You know the furniture you've got. You know the posters you've got up on the wall. And all of this is anchored to your old self. And you're trying to transform yourself, right? So you're trying to reinvent yourself. Meaning what you can do is you can actually use the power of anchoring to your advantage. Now, let me ask you, have you ever, for example, heard a song before from childhood and it brings back good feelings and memories? You probably have, right? Have you ever smelled something like a perfume, cologne, that brings back feelings or memories? Right. This process is called, in NLP, it's called anchoring. So what we can do is when we're looking to create vast transformation, is we can redecorate the room, we can set new posters on the wall, we can do all of this stuff, because the moment we wake up, our brain, literally, the moment it wakes up, it sees that, whoa, it's changed. And this is basically telling your subconscious that it's time to change. In fact, when I began my transformation journey, I went to the extreme of this. I literally got rid of old anchors in regards to friends I was hanging around with. I got rid of like, for example, my hair. I used to have a really mushroom looking hair. I never used to have hair like this. And I changed the cologne I wore. I did everything. The way I dressed, body language. And I was signifying to my subconscious that I'm literally going to transform myself. I'm fed up with being dead broke, and I was working as a toilet cleaner at the time. I did everything to change. And that's why my habits just became very easy, because it's kind of like my subconscious knew that this is me transforming. And so that is the third point. Get rid of the old anchors and begin to set the new. Let's go on to the fourth point. The fourth point is morning routine. Now, you may be wondering, how does a morning routine help in regards to waking you up earlier? Well, it's more so once you've woken up. What is it that you're doing first hour once you've woken up to charge you and fuel you for the rest of the day? Because I found if I don't meditate, if I don't journal and all of this stuff that I do on a daily basis, I feel by the time it gets to the evening time, I feel stressed. I feel overwhelmed. Thus, it's so hard to go to sleep early because there's so much on my mind in regards to what I need to do more of. And as a high achiever, as an entrepreneur, you got to make sure that you have a morning routine that solidifies your base So when you're on the field, when you enter the whirlwind called life, that you're able to remain strong. So when you get to the end of the day, you feel like, I feel like I deserve that rest. That's what you want. And this is why we've created so many videos to do morning routines, and I highly suggest you go check it out on our YouTube channel, Success Insider. In fact, I'm going to chuck some links below in the description box as well as in the card above if you want to check out some videos I've created to do with that as well. So that's the fourth point. Make sure you master the morning routine. Let's go on to the final point. The final point, which leads perfectly from morning routine, is the evening routine. You look at the highest performers on this planet. They all have a wind down ritual. For example, Richard Branson, all of these great leaders like Alan Sugar, they all wind down in a specific manner. They know something, they found out through systemizing their life, what keeps them very calm in the evening, especially when it's leading to sleep. Because the last thing you want when you're going to sleep, low the open loops in your life in regards to what you're thinking about, the different thoughts, different emotions. You want to make sure that you've closed every single chapter. You feel like you're well rested. The way you can do that is, for example, meditation. You can calm the mind, the little voices, because that way you're going to feel naturally you want to sleep and rest well. Because here is all about quality. Because you could, for example, sleep 8 hours of, let's say, quantity sleep. And what that means is, for example, you wake up every hour, you're restless, you're moving around in bed. Listen, that is not going to do any good. But if you have 8 hours of quality sleep, what that's going to do for you is what? You're going to feel rejuvenated when you wake up. And so when your alarm clock goes off at 5 a.m., you're not wanting to stay in bed because you've had great quality sleep. So you want to make sure, so you would feel like you want to get up, if that makes sense. And so you want to make sure that you have a great evening routine. And one of the things I would suggest here, because we have created a lot of videos to do with evening routines on Success Insider, so I don't want to really repeat myself here. So I do suggest that you go check out more videos by following the link above me or in the description box below, or just go check it out on our YouTube channel, Success Insider, to go model what successful people do in the evenings. Now, one thing I would mention quickly here is make sure that you do not use any technology 1 hour before sleep time. The reason being is all of that light that's being emitted to you is not good. At the same time, your mobile phone is amazing at just creating a reactive state and open loops. Because think about it, you'll be checking emails, notifications on Facebook, all of this social media stuff, and it is not going to be a great thing to be thinking about when you're going to sleep. So make sure that you read a book, meditate, do whatever it takes. Like I said, go watch the videos where I break down exactly what to do in the evening. And this is what's going to help you to wake up nice and early so you can truly create the life you're born to live. I hope you found this video helpful, by the way, Insider. If you have, be sure to share this with your friends and loved ones on social media, because I believe life is all about paying forward and contribution. And once we begin to contribute to others, I believe that's when we begin to get the power. And if you like the video, be sure to click the like button and comment below in regards to any comments you may have or any questions you may have. And as always, my friend, follow your heart and take action and go create the life you're truly born to live. I'll see you on the next video soon. Take care.